What's up guys, I'm Roxette Arisa and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a really fun cut crease makeup look, but we're using all very vibrant and like sunsetty sort of shades. So yeah, if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. I do think it's a really cool look for like spring and summertime. So yeah, let's get into this video. Don't forget to subscribe, join our little rockstar family if you want to see more videos from me, and let's go. So we're going to move straight into the eyes today, and I'm going to be using this lid primer from Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Lid Primer in the shade Light, and I'm just buffing this onto the eyelids with a Morphe R32. And I'm going to quickly set down the primer with MAC Cosmetics Blanc Type, but you could literally use any skin color eyeshadow or even like a pressed powder. Then moving into our transitional shades, I'm going to take MAC Cosmetics Soft Brown on a MAC 217 brush and start to blend this into the crease to start to, you know, put down some color. Then I'm going to be digging into the NYX Cosmetics Ultimate Brights palette, and I'm going to be sort of mixing together this row of shades, like all these purples and pinks, and start to put that into the crease. This is actually going to be one of our transition shades. Because this is a very bright and colorful look, I thought it'd be fun to, you know, put some pinks and purples in the crease. So that is what we're gonna do. If you do want to make this look a little bit more subtle, then you could stick with either lighter shades or just some more traditional transition shades. So I'm picking up the lighter magenta shade first and placing that down on the outer part of the eyelid and then blending inwards. And I always go in with a blending brush as well, just to really get a nice seamless blend. And then I'll go over that with the same exact brush, which right now I'm using a Morphe brush. Honestly, I use this one so much that all the lettering came off, but I'll try to list it down below for you guys so that you know which brush this is, because this is a really good one to use to pack color onto the outer crease and then blend inwards. So right here you can see me doing this with a darker shade, and it really helps to layer these shades to create a really beautiful gradient effect. And once you have your eyes blended out to the extent that you want, you can go in with your MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot or concealer. You can do either one with a concealer brush. I'm using the Sigma Concealer F70 Titanium. And you want to basically carve out a cut crease with this product, and then we're going to be creating our sunsetty colors on top of this. Alrighty, and once you have that sort of base down, we can start to pack on the fun shades. So I'm going to be taking this yellow first. Actually, rewind. I'm going to go back into my NYX palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, this orange, and start to pack that onto the outer part of the lid with a City Color Cosmetics CCB 104 brush, really staying to the outside on this guy. And we're going to start to make a gradient effect. So I picked up the pink from that same NYX palette and just start packing that onto the very middle of the eye. And once we get to this inner part right here, I'm going to pick up this Makeup Forever shadow. It's in the shade S402, and this one I prefer to use for this look just because there is a NYX, there is a yellow shade in the NYX palette, but I don't feel like it's really pigmented enough for this look. It's a pretty shade in its own, but for this look I really want that yellow to pop. And to finish off this eye look, I thought it would be nice to add a wing just to kind of ground the look. So I'm using the Sigma Wicked Gel Liner and, of course, my Sigma Wing Liner E6 brush. So I'm going to go in with a coat of my favorite Maybelline Big Shot Mascara and then move straight to lashes. And for lashes today, I'm going to be going in with House of Lashes Iconic Lights. Now, for this type of look where the eyeshadow is actually the main focal point, I like to go for lashes that are a little bit on the lighter side so that it's not too overpowering and it doesn't cover up the shadows. So this is a really good option. Okay. I'm just going to touch that up and we are golden. Somehow I kind of glued my top and bottom lashes together, so that's a first. But we are going to move back to the face now, finish it off. And I did go ahead and obviously do foundation and stuff, as you can probably tell. I used the Makeup Forever Ultra HD today, just in case you guys are wondering what I'm wearing. And for concealer, I'm going to be going in with my favorite Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium, and I'm going to be applying this underneath the eyes as well as down the middle of the face to really balance everything out. And then I'm also going to go in with the same product, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Deep, to do a little bit of cream contouring. I've really been liking this product for cream contouring because it just blends out so seamlessly and it never ever feels cakey or patchy or anything because it is a full coverage concealer. So this is what we're going to be applying underneath the cheekbones and then down the nose. And before we go ahead and set with powder, I am going to be going in with my favorite liquid illuminator right now. This is Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. And I just kind of go ahead and bounce that into the skin with the butt of my beauty blender. Then I'm going to go ahead and do a light little setting. I'm not going to be baking, but like I said, just a little... just keep everything in place. And today I'm going to be using the MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light Plus on a Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and finish off the eyes now. So again, you definitely want to go in with that same transitional shade. I'd say that in all of my tutorials, but it's very, very important whenever you're adding color to the bottom lash line. Always go in with a transition shade. If you're only going to be using a light brown, then just do that. But even if you're going to be adding on more colors, you have to go in with a transition shade. And most of the time, I just take the same exact one that I used on the top. So today it was MAC Soft Brown. So that's exactly what I'm just lightly blending into the lower lash line. I thought this would be super cool to line the waterline with. So this is from Lancome. It's the Drama Liquid Pencil in the shade Ampoule. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but look how pretty it is. So I'm going to put this directly into that lower lash line. And I'm going to take that purple shade from the NYX palette, this one right here, the darker one, and start to blend that out a little bit more, and also blending out the pencil, so this kind of creates a nice seamless lower lash line. And I'm using a Dose of Colors pencil brush to do so. Then I also took a little bit of the more magenta shade right next to it and smoked it out underneath the purple. So now we're creating a little bit of a gradient, and I think that's pretty much going to be it for the eyeshadow. So I'm going to finish off the eyes with a little bit more mascara on that bottom lash line. Then once we're done with mascara, we're going to move on to bronzer, and today I'm using an oldie but a goodie. This is one of my Ride or Die's Benefit Hoola, and I'm just going to be applying that in a really nice all over bronze feel, if that makes sense. I'm not really doing heavy contouring, especially because we already have that cream contour down, and I just want to add some warmth back into the face with this product. And then for blush, I'm actually going to be using another Benefit product, but this one is just like, I felt like it was so perfect for this look. So this is their new California blush, and it's just, ooh, it's so beautiful. It has a really nice warmth to it, so I thought it would complement this look really well, and I'm applying it with a Sigma Large Angle Contour F40 Titanium. For highlight, I'm going to be using another oldie but goodie, the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. This is legit The Balm. I love this highlighter. Always have, always will. So we're going to pretty much just bathe ourselves in that and really glow to the heavens on this one. And then we're moving straight to the lips. So for the lips, obviously, I want to keep it super duper natural, or sorry, not natural, neutral today. So I think what I'm going to do is take MAC Cosmetics Oak Lip Liner and just line it very, very slightly, and then go in with the Marc Jacobs Landmark Liquid Lip in the shade Yours to Try. And then for the finishing touch, we're just going to add some setting spray, and I'm going to be using Make Up Forever Mist and Fix today. Dude, I feel so beyond glowy and dewy right now. It's not even funny. Like that Mary Luminizer, it gets me every time. Honestly, I forget how much I love it, and every time I wear it again, I'm just like, why did I ever stop, or why did I ever put this back into my drawer? But that is going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really love how the look turned out. I think it's so perfect for spring and summer, and just such a fun look to play around with. It actually is very different than what I had originally envisioned, I guess you could say. But I was just so inspired by this color scheme, like the whole sunset-y vibes, and you know what I mean. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment letting me know if you like when I do colorful things, because it is actually very, very out of my comfort zone to do like more colorful looks, but I'm feeling this one. Okay, so yeah, leave me a comment letting me know if you like it or not. And also, you could always request like specific colors you want for tutorials or just videos in general. I'm always open to suggestions, because definitely want to make, you know, videos that you guys want to see and are excited to see. So that's gonna be it for me. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out. I love you guys with all of my heart, and I will see you next time.